publishing the report in its entirety. The Punch reports. Now, The Guardian. Doubts as FG plans to reimburse poor Nigerians cancel fuel subsidy. According to The Guardian, the federal government will, from next year, transfer about 2.4 trillion naira to about 40 million Nigerians as transportation grants as government begins move to totally remove subsidy on premium motor spirit. That's petrol. Now, Daily Trust. Federal government punches Lagos NSAS panel report identifies 10 loopholes. The federal government on Tuesday described as a triumph of fake news the report of the Lagos State Judicial Panel set up to investigate police brutality and alleged killings at Lekki Tollgate, Daily Trust says. Now, Daily Independent. Petrol may rise to 340 naira per litre in 2022, NNPC. According to Daily Independent, Malamele Kare, Group Managing Director, Nigerian National Petroleum Company, NNPC, has hinted that a litre of fuel may sell between 320 naira and 340 naira in 2022. Now, Nigerian Tribune. Poor Nigerians to get 5,000 naira per month after fuel subsidy removal, federal government says. According to Nigerian Tribune, the federal government is contemplating the replacement of fuel subsidy with a monthly 5,000 naira fuel grant to the nation's most vulnerable citizens. The gesture will span between 6 months and 1 year, even as the government contemplates ending fuel subsidy mid-2022. Right now, we're going to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll do the roundup of top newspapers headlines in Nigeria for today. Welcome back. I'm still Dayo Lujuwan, my co-host, Nathaniel Ajakaye. Well, Nathaniel, amongst all the Nigeria's newspapers and front pages I just read now, which one really caught you?
Yeah, thank you, Dayo. There are interesting topics in these newspaper headlines which you just read, and looking at it, while you were going through them, I just feel like laughing when you talk about the NNPC and the poor Nigeria receiving 5,000 naira. It's quite unfortunate that the leaders we have as leaders who are supposed to be giving us good examples or a kind of life, a good welfare of the citizens, are rather making us feel as if we are not citizens. Even the caption itself said poor Nigerians receiving 5,000 naira for first subsidy removal. That is not really ideal. You understand? How long are they going to receive this 5,000 naira? What are the measures put in place to make sure that this 5,000 naira gets to the poor Nigerians that they
between the gesture will be spent for like about 6 months and 1 year.
That is still not enough. It doesn't cater the city. It doesn't solve the situation. It doesn't ameliorate the whole problems and the challenges facing the Nigerian citizens. Because giving them the 5,000 naira, does it really 5,000 naira for a month? Does it stand anything? It doesn't. It doesn't count for anything. So they should look at the minimum wage and work on that aspect rather than skyrocketing, prices of petrochemical products. That is what can really help the country, not about the 5,000 naira that the country want to play. Something still amazes me still on that topic while looking at it. The DG, that is the DG of National Petroleum, Nigeria Petroleum Corporation or company, that is Milaye Kare. He who talks about that in 2022, that the first subsidy will be removed, and then the price of a petrochemical product, that is petroleum, will rise to 340 or 350 thereabout. you know, this is quite unfortunate, because this is not the promise that APC gave to the citizen when they were coming in 2015. And remember that as at 2 years ago, they reliably informed the Nigerian citizens that fuel subsidy has been removed. And here we are again now, they are telling us about another removal. This is not really okay. You know, in America, the president of America, that is Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Yes. He has released or made an announcement of releasing 50 million liters of oils to solve or to cater for the problems of transportation and the high cost of living.
Yeah.
You understand?
The cost of fuel and transportation.
Thank you. So now, look, this is what the Americans are doing in order to make sure that the welfare of the citizens in America is well taken care of. Why the Americans or the Western world are busy doing this, taking care of the citizens, seeing how the citizens will live, you know, to a maximum satisfaction. Our own President Mohammed Buhari, eyes is just on how to increase the prices of petrochemical products. That is quite unfortunate. This is not what the masses bargained for. So I am of the view that, look, even if you can't take everything that the West is doing, we can at least pick some of what they are doing and use it to correct some of the things we have here, or some of the things we are doing here. So that is what I'm expecting the president to equally do. So he should find a way to make sure that he balances this situation. That is the only way.
It's not just the president that's in charge of all these things. Their bodies and all.
Yeah, you know, I always tell people that during war, the people that fought the war, the soldiers that fought the war are not known. Yes, you don't have their names on record. The person's name that is on record is the king that ruled or that lead as at then. So every blame, every shifting, everything will still go back to the president, because he will still undergo, he will check some of those things. Yes, yes. So people will still examine who was leading us at then. So that is why he need to checkmate some of these things.
Well, the Minister of Information and Culture has again said that it has come out on the NSAS panel report. Well, he said that it is an intimidation of the majority by minority. And he described it as leaked report. It described the leaked report as fake and a hoax.
You know, that is you know, quite, you know, I believe he's sounding political in this aspect, because looking at it, you know, the report from the Lagos restitution panel that was set up to make restitution for the abuse of the NSAS and what have you there, you see the report stated that about 48, not less than 48 persons were brutally abused, shot on. I think I can say, okay, let us take that position, but the position of where this event happened, the Lekki Toll Gate, should be considered. It is verifiable. The principles used there are verifiable. So they should check it. If they are verifiable, then why so much, you know, talking and later saying that they are misleading the West with false information? Rather, it should be verified. The findings can be verified. The hospitals and other things there can be verified. So once this is settled, then we can draw a conclusive or a conclusion to these issues.
Well, the federal government has told Nigerians that it is not only the country that is experiencing an upward surge in the price of cooking gas. I'll quote them. We don't have control over it. Federal government reacts as price of cooking gas continues to increase in Nigeria. So they said they do not have the power.
Control,
yes.
See, I think this issue is settled. Like we said, they should copy from the West. How are the West addressing these issues? Look at what Joe Biden did. We can equally do the same thing here. We have other factors that we can equally use. So some of these factors, how have the government encouraged this? So even if other countries are still facing the same, you know, situation concerning the cooking gas, there are other factors, there are other things that we have here that we can use. But the government need to at least help to solve these problems. Even if we cannot get cooking gas at a lower price, the things that we have around, the government should look into these things and see how we can, you know, use it to ameliorate our situation. So that is just the situation. That is just what I have to explain on this issue. So
Well, Ajakai, what else do you have? I know
yes,
you have a lot to say.
yes.
I think
No,
I keep on
I know you don't like sports.
No, not that I do not like
talk about
sport.
sport.
No, I do like sport. I do like sports,
Okay.
but not as
Okay,
you
yeah,
do.
I am the governor of Sokoto State, which is the government, which is the chairman of the Governor Forum of the People Democratic Party, Tambua, said that bandits and terrorists are moving unchallenged in the country, and that we can't continue this with the leading government, which is the All Progressive government, for the next 4 years. That there is a need to tackle this issue and make sure that power is decentralized, and then that this cannot help the country, because in a situation where bandits have free access, and then they carry out their action without any victimization, without any declaration, that we can't continue like this. You understand? So the governors will, from the PDP angle, strong opposition matters, and which I like his view, and I think this view will help the present ruling party to sit up and look at how these issues can be resolved. Because if it is not said, it will be as if nobody is talking. So, and I like the view he's coming out from. And equally in Ibadan, and that is in Agodi. Yes,
Okay,
yes. I think the DSC said that is somebody, Olariwaju, said that not less than 21 persons, that is not less than 21 inmates, will be writing the national examination.
Well, I heard about
that,
and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I like
because
that, because
the prison is supposed to be a correctional center.
Yes,
It's not supposed to be a
so in as much as it's a correctional center, we believe that some of them who have passed the test, who have passed the examination, or who passed the test of being in the prison, and the officials deem it fit that these people can go out and write the exam.
I mean, in the West, that's what they,
I think it's a good effort.
They engage them in sport, they engage them in music, they engage them in education. I mean, they give them books. So I think we can infuse that in our country,
yes. Because I know when I saw it, I said, wow, this is a good one, And the controller was telling us, he made it know that imprisonment should not be a yardstick for one not to develop his or herself. Yes. Yeah. So, and that even while serving as a prisoner, you can still actualize your dream in as much as you live up to the expectation. So that means that one can be granted pardon if he lives well while serving. That the President Mohammed Buhari has presided over the Federal Executive Council meeting today.
Okay.
Yes, at the State House. Yes.
Okay.
So he has presided over the meeting, and then we are hoping that this precision will bring good development in the country. So what is it?
Thank you so much for staying with us. That's it for today. This is Morning Briefing on Aspheric TV. I am Dario Lujimon. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media handles. Thank you. Bye.